Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. None of the information presented in this video or by VGirlTV should be taken as fact. Every situation is based on personal experience. Pretty Image Boutique is located in the Centro Comercial de los Pueblos Mall, located in Panama City, just 15 minutes away from Tucumán Airport. We specialize in hair care, wig extensions, and much more. Come visit us.
Hello, V Squad. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another live. Happy Monday. Okay, you know what time it is. Okay, stay tuned for another vlog that's coming out later on. If you are on Instagram, we're actually on YouTube. You know, I don't really mess with Instagram like that, but we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube, so make your way down onto YouTube if you want to comment. Shout out to everybody that is in the live right now and everyone else that will be coming in. First and foremost, I want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there doing the damn thing. Whether or not you're with the child mother or not, you know, you're still taking care of your responsibilities. Shout out to all the dads. Happy Father's Day to my dad. I know it's a day late, but I did tell him happy Father's Day personally, and I did a whole post on Instagram for my father. And yeah, so happy Father's Day to all the pupas out there. Okay, all the baby daddies, the husbands, whatever. If you are a dad and you are actively in your children's lives and taking care of your responsibilities, shout outs to you. Okay, there is literally no manual on parenting. So I congratulate and I show love to anyone that's doing the job. So if you are on Instagram, we're actually on YouTube. So make your way down onto YouTube, which brings me to this. Okay. You guys know that I am super duper transparent with the things that I share. If I share it, it's because I feel like there's a lesson to be learned in my experience. There are a lot of things that I have been through in my life that I could have avoided had I had people who were open and honest with me about certain situations. Okay. And I'm not talking about parents, because your parents can only teach you certain things. My parents have been married forever. They still are married. They've been together since they were teenagers. So there were certain things in my life personally that my mom or my dad really couldn't relate to because they didn't experience the same things that I experienced. Okay. So I try to be as open and honest about a lot of things that I've gone through, where I am right now in my journey in this thing called life. But I do keep things private. Okay. I do keep things private because I just feel like certain things shouldn't be shared at that moment, or I just don't feel like sharing it because I just don't. And I have the right to reserve that energy for myself. So I want to talk about this topic at hand because I had some nosy people. If you follow me on Instagram, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those of you who do not really pay attention to Instagram, here we are. I posted on Instagram yesterday a Father's Day post, and I posted a Father's Day post for my dad, obviously, and I posted another Father's Day post for Amir's father. And obviously, okay, because there's no shame in my game, okay, I am an adult. My children do not have the same father. Okay, so don't judge me, judge your mother. Okay, it happens. Okay. And I obviously didn't post one and I posted the other. You guys have to understand that not everybody wants to be on social media or on my platform. Okay. Amir's father has already been on my platform already. And so he is completely, and he's also an actor. So he is very comfortable with being in the public eye. Okay. My daughter's father is not. Okay, he is not comfortable with being in the public eye. He's not comfortable with my platform because people are freaking ruthless. Let's just be real, okay? People are extremely ruthless, and there are times when people on the internet, because I always say the internet is the what's the word? It's the devil's playground. Okay. A lot of people go on the internet to troll and they go on the internet for ill intent and to literally cause chaos. And, there's certain things that I just want to just keep apart. Okay. So, and it's just so sad because I posted one and I didn't post the other. You guys do not necessarily know my personal business. Okay. Just what I put out. Okay. And I just put out just okay, like big, saw big, okay, of information. I don't put out all my information because I still have growing children. And if I'm going through whatever drama, I don't need to publicize that. Okay. Publicizing my personal drama is very, very unnecessary. Okay. And like I said, not everybody wants to be on my platform. Not everybody wants to be affiliated with what I have going on. And I respect that. Okay. And then, it's like I said, the internet is the devil's playground. And, I just don't want to invite certain people into those spaces. Amir's father and I, we have an understanding, we have a dynamic, and we chose to share that dynamic with you guys on two of our videos about co-parenting. One was about how my son's father feels about me living in Panama with his son, which is on my YouTube channel and has always been on my YouTube channel since last year. And I actually reposted it as a tribute to fathers, okay, because I know that there are a lot of fathers who could relate to feeling unappreciated because they are no longer with the child's mother. I mean, they're no longer with the child's mother, and the child's mother will not acknowledge them as being the child's father and would say that they're a single parent. And I get it. I'm not here to sit up here and be like, oh no, you're right, you're wrong. I just share my experiences. And that is the reason why I reposted that video. It was actually in honor of Father's Day. And I don't share my children's fathers on my social media platforms often. And that is exactly why. So for those of you who were trying to create something out of nothing, I hope this clarifies it. Okay, I'm not bashing anyone. And even if I had an issue with anybody, you guys would definitely not know about it. I'm not into playing those type of games. Okay. Well, if you do find out about it, it's not necessarily because I put it out there. Probably because someone else put it out there. All right. So happy Father's Day again. For those of you who are on Instagram or on YouTube, you can follow. You can catch the replay and you can hear exactly what I said. On another note, on a positive note, my loves. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Let me go through my announcements because you know what? I skipped all my announcements to jump right into that. All right. So where are we starting here? Where we're gonna start? Where we're starting? Where we're starting? Okay, hold on. Oh my God, no. All right. So for those of you who do not know, I had a webinar that I did, I think a month ago, about moving to Panama. For those of you who are interested in moving to Panama, you can catch the replay. It is up. You can either rent it or you can actually buy it. It has all the information that you need about moving to Panama. And yeah, so that is up for you guys. All right, I want to make this announcement about this actual webinar that's supposed to be coming up, The Secrets to Real Estate Investment and How to Get Started. It's a live webinar. The webinar is supposed to be June 26th, but unfortunately, we don't have as much people sign up as much people did not sign up for this webinar as they did for the first webinar. And that's partially because I have not even really been promoting it as much as I should. So I am actually going to push the date back. For those of you who've already purchased tickets for this webinar, you can email me if you want a refund. I would gladly give you a refund. If you don't want the refund, you could just wait for the new date that is coming up for this webinar. But the webinar will not be June 26th. We're actually going to push it back until the end of July, so the end of next month. Okay, so just email me and let me know. I'm actually going to send an email to those people who already purchased tickets to let them know I will happily refund you your money. You do not have to worry about that, or you can just hold on to your ticket for the event. All right. Okay, let's see what else, because I didn't do any of my announcements in the first place. Okay. If you are coming to Panama and you don't know what to do and you want me to put together an itinerary for you, I can do that for you as well. You can purchase your itinerary package on my website at www.VGirlTV.com. Yeah, we'll have a consultation. You just let me know exactly what you're interested in, and I will make the itinerary to fit you and your guests and your personal needs. And I also do consultations. Also, for those of you who are interested in moving to Panama, you could catch a consultation. You can actually book a consultation with me. It's 30 minutes. And you can book the consultation through my website, which is www.VGirlTV.com. So you can check that out as well. Okay. And last but not least, okay, y'all know I have to plug in all of this because I have to plug this in. I am having, and this is where all my energy has been going to, y'all, because when I tell you your girl is drained, your girl is drained. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm exhausted. All right, so I am hosting a brunch and day party. It is called Rum and Brunch. VGirlTV presents Rum and Brunch Day Party, the first of its kind ever in Panama. I'm telling you, it's a go on. Okay, the Rum and Brunch Day Party, I go on. It's going to be an amazing event. I'm telling you, spinning all the best in reggae music, dance hall, soca music, Afrobeat, compa, all 100% Caribbean vibes, okay? 100% Caribbean vibes. So I'm telling you right now, the VIP tickets are almost sold out. But you can catch them I think by the end of this week, we won't really have any more VIP tickets. So the way you can purchase your VIP tickets is one, on the website, you get a QR code, and it gets scanned at the door. It's your virtual ticket, so you can do that, especially if you don't want to. You care about nature and you don't want to be printing paper unnecessarily. Okay, you have that ticket with the QR scan, or you can go to any Pretty Image boutique location and purchase the tickets there. Okay, the VIP tickets. Let me explain how this works because I know a lot of people are confused on how this VIP ticket works. The regular general admit ticket, regular Gen Pop, everybody laughs at me when I say this is Gen Pop, okay? Gen Pop tickets are $15. You are partying in Casco Viejo, okay? It's an experience. This is not a $7 party where you're going to be at, the local joint. No, this is Casco Viejo, okay? So that's a general admit ticket. You're literally just paying for your entrada, your entrance to the event. Now the VIP ticket is a little bit different because the VIP ticket wow, someone is texting me for tickets. Okay. The VIP tickets include food. All right, so you will be you can get an option off the menu. So let me show you what the menu will entail of. Okay. So if you're in Panama, you can get your tickets there. If you are in Cologne, there's another number where you can reach out to get your tickets there as well. And you can also get it at one of my Pretty Image boutique location. Now, the brunch menu will consist of jerk chicken, jerk wings, sorry, and mac and cheese, chicken and waffles, okay, French toast, or steak and eggs. You can choose any one of these meals off of the brunch menu, okay? That is what the VIP tickets include. And also, the VIP ticket includes your VIP section, okay? Because the VIP section, you'll be able to be in the VIP section, and you can also go downstairs with Gen Pop as well. So you'll have access to the whole entire space because there's 3 floors. So the people who get the general admit tickets, you can only stay in that area, which is the patio. But for those of you who got the VIP tickets, you'll be able to be upstairs on the rooftop as well as downstairs and as well in the restaurant area. So that is the difference between the VIP and Gen Pop. Okay. Now, let's get into who is playing at this event, sweetie pie. It's okay, girl. We have DJ Fat, okay? DJ Fat is from Bocas del Toro, okay? If you know Bocas, you know that that's where they play all the music and that's where all the vibes is at, okay? We have DJ Bull, who's also from Boca. He's from Cologne, but raised in Boca, so he knows the vibes as well. And we have La Secta. You already know that La Secta is going to bring the vibe all the time. All right. So you need to be at this event because this event I won. It's gonna be nothing like anything else that you've ever experienced in Panama because I have a hand in it. And when your girl has a hand in anything, I have to make sure it's a good look. Okay? Like Cardi B. All right. So this event is actually going to be every first Sundays of the month. So if you're ever going to come to visit Panama, regardless, make sure you are here the first Sunday of the month so you can experience the Rum and Brunch Day Party. All right. Okay. All right. So what else is up? What else is up, girl? Yeah, my birthday was last week Monday, which reminds me that I have a vlog coming up. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel and make sure you have on your post notifications so that you can get the updates when the video goes up because my birthday vlog is coming up. It's coming out today. Yes, my birthday vlog is coming out today, and I literally just want to share. I had a good time on my birthday. But let's get into dating in Panama, okay? I know I did a video about dating in Panama, and this is going to be like a little update. This is going to be a little update on dating in Panama. It still ain't changed. Okay. My opinion on dating in Panama has not changed one frigging bit. Okay. So I was in a situation with my daughter's father, and we are no longer together. Go surprise, right? And it was a mutual decision. No love lost. We still cool, or whatever the case. Or well, I would hope we're still cool. And so I was not dating. I am not dating, and I had made a specific decision on not dating because the dating pool is many reasons why. Number one, my daughter is so small. So I'm like, no, not interested. I just got out of a relationship, a very long relationship at that. And I kind of didn't know like what was going to happen if we were going to get back together. I didn't know. So I kind of just didn't want to start dating someone if I didn't like, if I wasn't sure. Right. But, at the same time, you want adult time, you want to go out. I haven't gone out in almost like 3 freaking years. Really, I mean, like in Panama, I haven't gone out. I mean, I went out to eat and stuff like that with like my friends and stuff. But what I mean is like going out, like I haven't gone. Okay, I shouldn't say 3 years. I'm exaggerating because when I was with with my daughter's father, of course we would go out we would go out. But I mean, like I haven't had like adult one-on-one time with the opposite sex because I am not gay. Nothing wrong with being gay if that's what you choose to do. But I'm just saying, me personally, I got to specify because y'all be acting crazy. So, every guy that ever approached me, when I was in this weird space, I would be like, no, 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 I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. But then this one guy was like interested in me, even though I really was just like, I didn't really find him attractive. But my mom always said you gotta like those who like you, not who you like. So I was like, you know what? Fine, I'm gonna give him a chance, right? I'm just thinking about this and I'm just getting a headache just thinking about it. Anyway, so dude or whatever had like text me, like messaging me on Instagram or whatever. And I guess I was like, oh, okay, cool. At first I didn't know that he was really into me like that. I thought like he just was just interested because like, oh God, why do I have my Cash App running on this? Oh God, I'm sorry, y'all. Wow, I didn't even realize that. At first I just thought that he was just interested in like business stuff, I guess. I don't know. I always assume that people always just they're interested in like business stuff, whether it purchasing merchandise from my store or, they're interested in something with YouTube. That's what I really genuinely actually thought. But this is why I say people don't I miss the good old days before texting because if you are trying to get to know somebody, it's best not to text. Okay. You should have phone conversations with people. Because when you text, things can get really misconstrued. But anyway, me and the guy was supposed to go on a date after the first time. We didn't really hang out, but he invited me somewhere and I went and okay, whatever. And then the second time we were like supposed to like hang out, and I got dressed and got my nails done and all that. So, I'm used to me personally, when I'm dating and a guy offers to take me out on a date, I would assume that the person will have like it planned, right? Like, okay, well, I'm gonna pick you up at this time, at that time or whatever. That's what I assumed, right? So that day when we were supposed to go out, I hadn't heard from him like literally like all day, right? Hadn't heard from him all day. And so I hit him up at like we were supposed to go out later on that evening. So I hit him up around like 6, 7 o'clock or whatever. And I was just like, hey, like what time are we meeting up? This is all by text, by the way. And I was like, oh my God, I can tell that you're not good at planning. So I said this in like a joking way, but obviously when you're texting, the person doesn't know that you're texting. The dude was so upset, right? He literally sent me the rudest text message and basically was just like, yeah, no, since I'm bad at planning, I'll hit you up when I'm a better planner, and ghosted me. And I was just like, okay. So I never hit him up again after that because that was just freaking weird to me. No, I'm lying. I did explain. I was like, hey, I was just joking. Like, I didn't know, through text messages, things get like misconstrued or whatever. And yeah, he just left me on scene. And I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm moving right along. I never leave sleep over these dudes because honestly, it just don't even be worth it. I got 2 damn kids and I got a lot of other things going on where I need to devote this energy. So, with that being said, dating in Panama still sucks for me. Okay. I have a friend that she's dating and she ended up getting really lucky, but she also is dating an older man. Like when I say older, older, older. So yeah, I'm not ready to take that leap yet. So I will just go back into my shell and not date anyone because y'all dudes are weird. Exactly, girl. Because the thing is that like I am just like okay, like whatever, like like I was just like okay, cool, like whatever. So yeah, after he ghosted me, I was just like, yeah, dating still sucks. I literally was just not in my feelings because I already have low expectations for dating in general, and worse, dating in Panama. My expectations for dating in Panama is extremely low. So I didn't expect anything less. So once he, you know, came at me crazy, I was just like, oh, okay, like whatever. I'll just go back to sleep because I just like my bed any damn way. So yeah. Um, I know I'm late, but Amir's father favors your dad a lot. You know what's so crazy? Like when me and Amir's dad was dating, people literally thought that we were brothers and sisters, like all the time. Like we would go places and girls would try to talk to him and they'd be like, is that your brother? And I'm like, no, this is my man. Yeah, everyone says that. Everyone says that. I'm on. I have to look to see what's going on because I can't forget my people. Well, his laws pretty much like it was just so weird because I was just like, wow, like that was something. That was something. But you know, I also realized like it's cultural differences because even though I'm Panamanian, I grew up in Brooklyn. I grew up in New York. So obviously, like when you grow up in a different area, you know, people aren't really used. Like even sometimes, like when I say certain things, people aren't really used to me being so straightforward and blunt. They take it as me being rude or disrespectful. Like even when I speak Spanish and I say certain things, they're like, "Oh yeah, esta muchacha es bien grosera." But I just really be joking. Like I'm not. I'm just straightforward. And then so now I realize like cultural wise, there is a huge difference because I never really thought about it before, but there is a huge difference between Panamanians that were born and raised in Panama and Panamanians that lives in the States. And I think it has a lot to do with the way that we have to would just deal with society. American society is completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like you deal with so many different groups of people. You have to deal with, and another thing is that everyone thinks that when you live in America, you have all this money, and they don't realize that you really have to work extremely hard in America, people, well, I don't know, in New York, maybe because I grew up in New York. I don't know how other people in the States, how they grew up or where they live, and maybe their life is different. But for me, like growing up in New York, it wasn't much like people just in your business. Like people just don't really be in your business. Like it's literally like you come home from work and you go home, you go inside your house. That's it. You barely see your neighbors. You barely see the people that, that you just don't see people unless you actually make plans to actually see people. Here in Panama, it's completely different. Like culturally, it's just different. And you have to be, when you grow up in Brooklyn, you have to be straightforward. You have to be like straight up. And people don't really like that much. I realize people don't like that. They see it as a form of aggression. And I'm like, damn, y'all, it's really not that. So, with that being said, I got ghosted, and yeah, that's that. Some hating man probably gonna say, "Oh, yeah, it's your fault," because that's all these men have been doing in this generation. And Tupac said it. Tupac said it in his lyrics. Okay, that the next generation was going to hate ladies, and that's exactly what's happening. Am I wrong or am I right? Tupac said it. I literally been listening to Keep Your Head Up all freaking day because I've been in just a funk, and that song is the only thing that's really like helping me. Yes, girl, the same thing happens to me in Florida. New Yorkers just speak and others take offense. They think we're being rude. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I really am not trying to be rude. I'm just saying how I feel. And the thing is, like, when I'm expressing myself, I try my best to be like, listen, I warn the person, listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. And I mean this in the most respectful way, but blah, 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 blah. I don't know how to change that. If somebody has some advice for me, I'm willing to take that advice. I'm starting to feel like I'm the problem. But yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. But the thing is that I'm a Gemini and I'm a communicator. I love to communicate. So I feel like if something is bothering you, and this is another thing that I feel is an issue with men, you know, if there's an issue, you communicate and let me know what the issue is. Like tell me like, okay, I have a problem with XYZZZ. And this is why me and Amir's father, we get along so well platonically because y'all be try to make it into something else that is just not. Some people are just not meant to be together. Some people are just not meant to be together. And he and I are just not meant to be together. We're great at co-parenting, and that's it. Okay? Because y'all be trying me. But Like I was saying, like dealing with him is so easy when it comes to our child because he's such a good communicator and a good listener. So part of communicating, you have to be a good listener and you also have to be a good communicator. So if I say something to him that he doesn't like, he'll be like, "All right, you need to calm down." And I'm like, "You know what? You're right. You know what? I played myself." And he also apologizes when he's wrong, which makes it so much easier for me to deal with. Unlike when you deal with certain other people, people let their egos get involved in certain things, and then it becomes a shit show because this one want to show who balls is bigger. I don't have time for that. Okay, I literally just love peace and a peace of mind, and then that's what I enjoy. A peace of mind. A peace of mind is a real bag at all levels. Okay. I don't care what it is. You can offer me $1 million, but if it's going to cost me my peace of mind, you keep your $1 million because I just want a peace of mind. I don't want no drama. I don't got time for it. I don't got no time for it. Okay. Yes, they want us to smile every 5 minutes. We don't do that. Girl, let me tell you, in Panama, like they think that I have an attitude. And I'm like, I don't. Like, I don't. I'm not even mad. I'm really not mad. My face is just like that. I'm just is. I just am. I just am. Let your girl live. But I promise you, if you get to know me, you'll love me. You'll love it here. You'll love it here. You will love it here. Which means that y'all need to come to the rum and brunch. Come to the rum and brunch. Okay. Girl, I'm telling you, I'm not mean, damn it. And then another thing is that people will really test. See, this is another thing why it's so hard because you have to be able to balance yourself because sometimes when people do get to know you and they realize how kind you are, people really be trying to come. They try to take your kindness for weakness, and then when you shut them down, then they looking at you like, "Oh my God, she's so mean." No, you can go ahead and tell everybody how mean I am, but did you tell them what you did to me? Down south, we smile every time we make eye contact with someone. Yeah, girl. I yes. Okay. It's given very much southern vibes. Okay. It's like in Panama. Like when I first moved here, it was so hard for me to be able to like get used to people saying good morning every 2 seconds. Like every time you put buenos dia, buenos dia, buenos dia. What every time you just walk, you see your neighbor, you gotta say good morning. Every time you see them, you could go back inside your house and walk back out, see your neighbor. After you already said good morning, you gotta say good morning again because you made eye contact. And that was so hard for me. So people would think that I am mean or I have an attitude. And it's just not that, girl. I'll just be exhausted from saying hello and good morning all the time. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so I say this to say dating in Panama still sucks. Dating overall sucks because then you have to deal with these men that all right, let's say they are not in Panama, right? I love me a good long distance relationship. And I don't know when I'm gonna realize that long distance relationships do not work. Okay. But I love anyway, I love me a good long distance relationship, right? But one of the things that I realize is that a lot of these men just don't be like they want to be in competition with me. Okay. Why are you in competition with me? I am me, you are you. Okay. So then you got people that just because I have businesses, yes, okay. I know you guys seen the little post floating around. What was the post that it said? Hold on, let me look up. The post says Panamanian American YouTuber breaking stereotypes in Panama. Many of you guys had no idea that video that I posted, the commercial that I post of that I post of my store, it's actually my store. Okay, so yes, it was a surprise to so many people. I didn't realize how many people were shocked to realize that that was my store, right? That is my store. And yes, I own a business. I have a YouTube channel. Okay. It's not where I want it to be, but this YouTube channel has provided me the platform to be able to provide for my children, for my children. Okay. This YouTube platform has been able to help me pivot my other businesses. So I'm grateful for you guys and I'm grateful for YouTube. But that also creates a situation where a lot of people share my videos and a lot of men are not able to deal with the fact that I am such a business person and I am a hustler, as what you want to say, or whatever, a hard worker, whatever. I don't really depend on anybody, right? So that is also a struggle for. Like, I had a guy tell me that I'm gonna be by myself for the rest of my life because I own businesses, I have my own home, and I take care of my children. I cannot, feed people's insecurities. I cannot. So a lot of these men, they rather deal with a woman that doesn't really have much, okay, that they are struggling and they have necesidades. I don't have necesidades. So because I don't have that, I'm punished for that. Unfortunately, it is what it is, right? Girl, I don't know. It's crazy. It is crazy because honestly speaking, I am literally like the coolest person you ever met. But once you disrespect, like this is the thing, like you can't disrespect me and expect for me not say anything once you disrespect it. And that goes for friendships, relationships, um, on social media as well. Okay. It goes for anything. So, I give respect, you give me respect, and we just gonna have respect. But you cannot disrespect me and try to humiliate me or publicly embarrass me and then expect for me to be like, yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm sorry. My mama ain't raised no damn fool. So, like I said, dating in Panama sucks. Dating overall sucks. Okay. Yes, I made no, I didn't make a mistake because I love, love, love my daughter. My daughter is, I always wanted to have a daughter, and God gave me a daughter, regardless of regardless of how she got here. I am grateful to have my little mini me because she is as spicy like her mama. She's a spicy, and I love her to death. So yeah, things happen. It is what it is. But dating sucks. So, girls, if you're trying to come to Panama and find a man, I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know how that's gonna work, y'all, because dating in Panama is for the goddamn birds. From what I'm told by a lot of men, they don't care about a female's finances. It's about if they are exuding femininity. Yes, I've heard the same thing as well. But I think that's a lie. I think that most men are extremely insecure by a woman that is doing very well financially, or by a woman that don't want for anything. Um, because me personally, as a woman, what I want is a man that exudes masculinity. So yeah, I don't something I don't know. There must be a disconnect. A man that exudes masculinity, because I grew up with my father. My father is definitely very much involved in my life, and he's also involved in my mother's life because they're still married. And my father has always been the person to make us feel uh protected. Like a woman wants to be protected. Like I'm not even trying to be like no Kevin Samuelette, because that's not my thing, right? But as far as a woman is concerned, I feel like most women, and if I'm wrong, correct me, women in the comment section, they want to feel protected, and they want to feel like that if something goes wrong, that they're going to be taken care of, right? And I don't only mean financially, I mean emotionally, I mean, in all aspects, they want to feel like they are being nurtured. They're not nurtured, but they're gonna be. They have someone that is gonna take care of them. Like I've always felt that my father, like no matter what, my father was always going to be there to make sure I'm good, always. And so, in any man that I'm with, I always would assume the same thing. And I think with Amir's dad, I felt that way up until a certain point, right? Up until I, reached a certain point in my life where that changed, right? And it was always when and I'm not talking bad about him because I don't, that's not what I'm trying to do. But what I'm saying is, it always was that I always felt that way until I was up one level. So when I didn't graduate from college, we were all good. Once I graduated from college and then got a new job, then and a job that was paying me XYZ, then that's when things changed. The same thing in this situation. When my YouTube channel was not popping, no one knew who my YouTube channel was. When people weren't sharing my post, it was all good. But then when I reached another level, then it became a problem. So, and it's not only with that, with other people that I've dated as well. Once it's all good in the beginning, but then when the men really start to see like, wow, like this girl really is just doing her, then it becomes a problem. So I don't get it. For sure, security is paramount, especially if you're accustomed to that feeling from your dad. Exactly. Like I don't have daddy issues, and I think that a lot of many females, have daddy issues because some of them didn't grow up with their dad, or maybe they did grow up with their dad, and then maybe their dad weren't good role models. But my dad was an amazing role model. That's why I think my sister told me that she has a problem with dating because she uses her dad or our dad as a, what's the word I want to say? My dad is the epitome of what you would want a man to be in our eyes, right? So my dad always made sure that he brought my mom flowers. My dad is very romantic. He's very thoughtful. He worked hard. Okay. My dad was an immigrant. He came to America with nothing. Okay. He just had a high school diploma from Panama, and he couldn't even literally get a job because he was an immigrant. My dad took a job as a janitor, sweeping the floors at one point. My mom was a factory worker when she came to America as well. And, my father never made my mom feel like he did not have her. My dad never made me feel like he didn't have us. My uncles, okay, were all products of a single mother. So there's a lot of people that say, these men, when they grow up as a single mom with a single mother, they turn out to be XYZ. Well, my parents, my father, my uh, uncles were products of a single mother, and every one of them turned out to be wonderful, upstanding husbands and human beings. So that is a joke to me. That to me is a damn joke. But as far as I'm concerned, like when it comes to my dad, and my dad always set that example, like this is the way that we should be treated. And in my relationships, I've always been treated that way up until a certain point. So what is the change from what I'm seeing and what I see? What I've noticed is that every single time I reach to a pivotal point in my life where it requires me, or where I am leveling up, and they're required to level up, that's when the shift happens, in my opinion. Um, Star Alexander says, for sure, security is a paramount, especially if you're accustomed to that feeling from your dad. Amani says he's the blueprint. Tube Management says, so as soon as you started making more money, you grew apart because the men got insecure. Actually, I did not grow apart from anything. I never said that. I never grew apart. I never said I didn't want to be with them anymore. I said their attitude shifts towards me, meaning they got meaner. They started talking down to me, and making me feel like I was no longer worthy. So it wasn't, and then even still, and and I'm just being so truthful and vulnerable at this time and very transparent when it comes to that. And even still, with being in these situations was where I was being talked down to and being treated like I was less than, I still stayed around. So yeah, it wasn't until I reached a certain point, like when for me, like my first situation or whatever with my Amir's dad, like I said, we were very, very young when we started dealing. Well, if you didn't see the video, you wouldn't know, but we were really, really young in 20s. I'm talking about. When you're 20, you don't even know what the heck you really want out of life. You know what I'm saying? You change so much, right? So when it comes to that situation, he was insecure in himself, and he would tell you I would get him on here and create a live, and we could have a whole conversation about that because he's very open. He wasn't sure of himself, and that insecurity went on into our relationship. And then when we had the baby, I thought that having a baby would make the situation better. And ladies, it does not. Okay? It doesn't. Okay? Having a baby will not change the dynamic of a relationship that is already going to the shits. Okay? It would only make it worse. FYI. So any young girl that's listening to me and think that if you are in a relationship with your partner and things are bad, and if you have a baby, it's gonna make it better, it will not. My nose is running. What the heck? Oh my goodness. It will not. So as a man raising girls, we are our girls' first boyfriends and husbands. Right now, those are one of y'all. Exactly. Yeah, because they start competing and then they grow more resentful. And that's exactly what happens, right? I've had someone who I thought really, really loved me say the most hurtful things about my businesses and even with me and YouTube. So I mean, so this whole dynamic that, because I know where he was trying to go with this, or she or he, I don't know what they were trying to say. Like, oh yeah, well, as soon as you started making money, you started to change, and you started. No, I didn't. I did not start to change. I started to change when I started realizing that I was downing myself or downplaying myself to make someone else feel better about themselves, and I wasn't reaching my highest potential because this person felt however they felt and felt the need to talk to me however they wanted to talk to me because of my accomplishment. I don't think any woman or man should feel bad about any of their accomplishments that they have made in life. Period. You shouldn't, because I'm the first generation to graduate from college. Okay, my parents were extremely proud of me. And at that point in my life, the only thing that I was really concerned about was making my parents proud. Hello? Most men are hardwired to be a leader, provider, etc., and will feel more fulfilled in that role. And that's fine. Like, you can be that leader. I am not the type of person that I'm going to put anyone down. I don't care who you are, because I always judge a person based on character. The way that you treat the waiter, the way that you treat the person that cleans the floor says a lot about you as a person. So, regardless if I was making more money, or regardless if whatever the case may be, I would never throw that in. Oh well, I make more money than you. No, I don't. I don't do those type of things. That is just not right. Okay, that is not right. But I cannot pacify people's behaviors. Okay, I remember being put in situations where I felt so low and so bad about myself because I allowed other people to project their insecurities onto me. And I'm a grown woman now. So I'm not dealing with that. I don't care how long we've been together. I don't care, how much I love you. I love my peace of mind. I love that first. I love my kids. I love me. And I'm my kids' mom. And if I allow anybody, whether it comes to business, relationships, friendships, or whatever, to stress me out, I won't have energy for my kids. And yeah, no, that's not going to happen. This is so funny. Like, we really went from talking about one thing to a whole, well, it actually is relatable, right? Which brings me to this because I had posted on my social media. I said, y'all really love to run with this angry black woman narrative, right? And so I say this. Hold on, who's messaging me this? Yeah, I say this to say that I feel like men, especially, would what's the word? Will gaslight a situation, and then when you respond to the gaslighting, then all of a sudden you're an angry black woman, you're angry, you are emotional, you are this, you are that. I will put you in your place very nicely. I don't have to raise my voice, I don't have to curse, and I don't have to carry on to do it, but I will put you in your place. If you play with me, I'm going to show you that I am not the one to be played with. And I feel like that is with a lot of black women, like black women and just in general, we are the face of strong. Okay. Who the hell told y'all that black women want to be strong? Like, who told you that? Why do we have to be the face of being strong and the face of overcoming? Why? Why do we have to be that? And then why do we always have to find out? Why are we always defending ourselves against people who want to gaslight stupid situations and then get mad when you get put in your place? I had posted, and I think I spoke about this in the beginning of the live a little bit, but those of you who are coming in late, right? So again, I'm gonna bring it back to this because someone felt the need to try to gaslight me, and then when I told them whatever I told them, they were not very receptive and try to. This is typical foolishness behavior, right? So let me look for it. So again, so I had posted, I mean, Zan on Father's Day, whatever. This fool had the audacity to send me a message asking me why I did not post my daughter's father, which I already went through all that already. I explained all of that. If you don't know, you could watch the replay because I explained this in the beginning of the video. So then this idiot goes on to saying, that he didn't care. So I'm like, you obviously did care because you are the only idiot that asked me why I didn't post my daughter's father, which is none of your damn business, right? And so he just keeps going on and on and on and on. And then he goes, I said, if I didn't post, it was for a reason. And then he just keeps going on and on and on and on, right? So then after a while of me ignoring this idiot, I'm like, you are hilarious. He's like, yes, just like you. I'm like, yeah, you are hilarious like the clown in the circus. Okay. Now all of a sudden I'm emotional. I'm emotional because I'm telling you that you are hilarious like the clown in the circus, the clown that you are. But now I'm emotional. You go on to gaslighting a situation. And then when I say something back, then all of a sudden I am the bad person. I am the angry black woman. It's draining. Okay. It's draining. Yes, when you don't accept BS, you are setting your boundaries. Real men don't mind. No, these idiots do though. So that says a lot about him, right? So yeah, I am going to stick with dating in Panama sucks. Yes, Imani says we have no choice. Yeah, because this is another thing, and I'm gonna say this with all due respect, and I'm not saying this is everyone's situation. But as a woman, when you decide that you have a child, if the man decides to be there or not, you as a mother have to step up to the plate. We are going to step up to the plate. Okay. I had a guy tell me that um a woman should not buy a home unless she's married. Let's be honest. There is not enough men for the amount. There are not enough men for women in this day and age. It's literally just there's not enough, right? So every woman unfortunately is not going to get married. Every woman is not going to be in a relationship. It's just the way it is, okay? So imagine you putting your hopes and dreams on the back burner waiting for your knight in shining armor to come and then he never comes. So do we yeah girl or boy, yeah. What? Yeah. I have to put the phone here because yeah. A guy told me, and this is someone that I was dating pre my daughter, that I should have never bought a home if I wanted to be married because there's no man that is going to want to be with a woman who owns their own home. And I've seen some nonsense like that on Instagram too. So if I could find the post, I would. Come on YouTube. Yo, I'm not I swear to God, I'm not making this up. Let me hang up and go back on. I am not making I'm not making this up. And so their logic behind it is that no man is going to want to move into a woman's house, which I understood. So I was like, okay, well then if you don't want to move into the woman's house, which is completely understandable, then you buy a house for that woman, and then you guys can buy a house together, and then that house, and they're like, okay, well what are you going to do with the other house? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe you can rent the house. No, he said you got to sell that house. You got to sell the house that you own if you want to be in a relationship. No, no, no. See, that's what I said. He said, no man wants to move into another woman's home, which I get, right? But then he said, so I said, okay, so then why, when you get married, then you and that woman can buy a home together. And then he said, well, then what is the woman going to do with her home? And I said, maybe that she can rent the home and that will be like an extra income, right? And then he said, he was like, no, then it makes no sense for you to buy a home then. And I was just like, this is crazy. People's logics are crazy. Where are you meeting these guys? In random places? Like, no, I'm not gonna say random places. These are people that I know, like I've known for a long period of time. I'm telling you, like it's not like I just randomly meet these people in the street because I don't even walk in the street for me to meet anybody. And I don't go to bars and I don't go to restaurants by myself. Well, I do go to restaurants by myself, but 9 out of 10 times, I'm not approaching anybody and they're not approaching me. So yeah. When you say that dating sucks in Panama, are you referring to the guys in Panama not approaching you for dates? No, when I say did you hear the story that I told you about the guy that I was talking to that was offended because I told him that he didn't know how to plan events properly and I was just joking and then he ghosted me? That was one situation. Girl, I said this already. I explained this. I'm telling you, these men and their logics be crazy. That's the craziest thing that I've heard all day. No, no. No, the guy who told me that is from Brooklyn, actually. The guy who told me that about the house is actually from Brooklyn. So no, I am not going back to Brooklyn. And I damn sure don't want to deal with things that I've been hearing that some of my girlfriends have been dealing with. Okay? No, thank you. How long we been on? Oh my God, y'all. We've been on live for an hour. Jeez. We've been on live for an hour. Child, please, okay? No, the guy who told me that is from Brooklyn, so no. No, that is actually not the craziest thing that you've heard because I have so much more to share. But we're gonna have to save that for another time because it's already been an hour. So I'm gonna give y'all 15 minutes more of my time, and then we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap this up. I definitely don't want nobody from Brooklyn either because everybody from Brooklyn, they're either scammers or, they think they are a Taliban or, they be on some other things, okay? And worse, a Trinidadian man, tricky Trini, me no want it. So what are you gonna do? That the men are insecure, they don't want y'all to live nowhere, and they in y'all baby daddy business. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna keep living my life. Guys, let me tell you what happened to me, okay? Let me tell y'all what happened to me, right? So I don't know who the hell this guy is. I have no idea who this guy is, but the guy does exist because I looked on the camera, right? So the girls that work in my store, I haven't been in the store for a minute, right? I actually just started going back to the store more often because, your girl was just tired, right? And so the girls was like, hey, this guy came to the store looking for you. And I'm like, which I don't really know how to take this because this is a little freaking weird, right? So he's like, yeah, this guy came to the store looking for you. And he doesn't speak Spanish. I'm like, who the hell is this guy or whatever? He was like, the guy had a translator, and the guy told the translator that he said that if my daughter does not have a father, he will gladly step up to the plate. And I thought that was hella weird because my mind, I'm always thinking that someone is a pedophile. Always. Right. And that's definitely not a good thing to be thinking, but I always have my guards on, like, okay, is this a serial killer? Like, who the hell is this person, right? And they were like, no, the guy, he was like how he wanted to know if you were he if you were still pregnant, or he knew when I was pregnant and I had the baby, and he wants to go out with me. And in my mind, I'm like, serial killer. Okay. My serial killer detectives went on. Hence why I don't date, because I think everyone is a pedophile and a damn serial killer. Um, And so the girls was like, no, he's like really, really cute. And I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit about that. So now I go onto the camera now, right? So I go on the camera and I'm like, who? Oh, the guy said that I knew him, by the way, right? So I go on the camera on the store and I'm looking. I'm like, I have no freaking clue who the hell this man is. Never seen him a day in my life. Don't know who he is. Never heard of this man. Who the hell is this man? So if that is you, mister, expose yourself. Expose yourself and tell me what is your purpose here. Like New York, what's your purpose here? What's his name? Flavor Flav. What's your purpose here in New York? To be super duper snooper? Who sent you? Yo, it's not funny, but I'm serious, right? So yeah, I'm just not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna just mind my business. I'm gonna just mind my business and keep minding my damn business. Guys, I'm so glad that I was able to provide you with some funniness. Listen, I have no idea who this man was. Okay. All I know is that he was dark skinned and he had dreads. That's it. Never seen him. Don't know him. Never seen him a day in my life. I'm just. Mm, mm. At this point, no. Anyway, I am glad that I was able to provide you with some VGirl TV entertainment today on this. What day is this? On this Monday, June 19th. Happy Juneteenth, people. Happy Juneteenth. Okay. Woo! They don't celebrate Juneteenth here in Panama, guys. So I actually got to go work. Okay. I'm sweating. It's been real, y'all. It's been fun. Okay. It's been a fun ride. But nah, I don't know. I don't know about that, honey. Because I want to know who sent him, who sent this man. Because I always feel, let me tell you, I always got a story for something, right? So this girl, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. Maybe. This girl just randomly hit me up one day, like, hey, um, someone sent me and they said that we would be really good friends. And I thought I was super weird because, my antennas went up again. Like, who sent you? Who sent you? And this girl gives very much, what's the girl that killed Selena? What's her name? What's her name? What is the girl's name? Lady's name? Yolanda Saldivar. The random girl that hit me up saying that, hey, we should be friends. People say that me and you would be really, really good friends. She gives very much Yolanda Saldivar vibes. So, yeah. No, the guy that posted that is an idiot and he's like in Europe somewhere being annoying with his wife and children, and he should be worried about his wife and kids, not why I didn't post my daughter's father. Yes, Yolanda Saldivar, that girl that hit me up out the blue moon saying, "Hey, we should be friends." She's giving very much that. Your life sounds like a Lifetime movie, child. Who are you telling? That's why I don't go outside. Exactly. People are weird. Wait, I just got a text message from the cable company telling me, is it a cable company? Let me see. Oh, Digicel. Digicel's having issues with their service per usual. Digicel, get it together. Especially not no friend that is giving Yolanda Sandoval. I'm telling you the thing. I really wonder. Like I'm like I talk to my friends and I'm like, am I the only person that these things happen to? Because I swear, like I swear to God, it's just me. You know. No, thank you. Anyway, guys, you have been very entertaining. Who is messaging me? Who is messaging your girl on Instagram? Oh yeah. I forgot to show you guys this post. So I posted on Instagram. I said, for those of you who keep on asking me why I didn't post this one, but post this one, since you care so much, how about you pay a bill? Can you pay my bill? No, very upset. Very upset. Let me tell you something. My mother said the best way to get somebody to leave you alone is to beg them money. And I tell you, it's no lie. If you ever want to get rid of somebody, ask them, beg them for some money. Anytime I want a man to leave me alone, I literally be like, can I get some money? And then they disappear, and I'll be like, oh, perfect. They say you are what you attract, but you seem chill. Honestly, I'm starting to think I'm dysfunctional because I am attracting all these dysfunctional people. So maybe I am dysfunctional. I'm not even gonna lie. I think that we need to normalize therapy, normalize seeking help, normalize all of that because there's a lot of mental illness going around in our community. And when I say our community, I'm not even talking about just Black people. I'm talking about Black, Hispanics, a lot of trauma, a lot of things that people need to unpack from childhood. And then they bring it into their relationship. And like, I'm not saying that I don't got like issues, but I don't have trauma. I love my father. Okay. I love my mom. Okay, they may drive me up the wall just like any other parents, but I don't have those type of traumas. And I think that I am just a very much of a, I'm always giving and I'm always trying to fix people. I think that's my trauma. I like to fix people, and then I come with all these damaged people, and then that be happening. That's probably what it is. But honestly speaking, like there's so much people, like I will have conversations with people and male and female, and I listen to them. I'm like, damn, this person is really effed up in the head. Like, and then you really try to tell them, like, maybe you should talk to someone. And then it seems like for some odd reason, seeking a therapist for a lot of people, they make it seem like it's a bad thing. Honestly, I think everyone should do therapy. Like everyone needs therapy. And when I say therapy, don't come tell me your problems because I got enough problems of my own. So I cannot take on your problems. Okay. But if you find a therapist, a paid professional, they can help you overcome whatever issues that you have. Okay. And I think that therapy helps a lot. Just saying. So yeah, normalize therapy, normalize seeking help. I have a friend that he, and I have to call him because I text him and he did not respond to me. But I do have a friend that had been going through whatever he was going through, like whatever situation, and he ended up checking himself into a mental facility, and he ended up seeking help because he said he had to save himself for himself, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I feel like people really need to uh save themselves because we are all human and we all go through things in life, right? Some people go through things that are worse than others. But if you know and you can acknowledge that you have a problem, go seek help. Like it's okay. Like there's nothing wrong with seeking help. The negative connotation associated with it, people view it as you're being crazy. Listen, I don't care what people always gonna talk, but when you reach to that level where you feel like you can no longer take it anymore and you snap and you do something that you can't take back, those people are not going to be there to save you. I'm being dead serious. Who the hell is this? So yeah, I would definitely recommend therapy for everyone. Everyone should do therapy, including myself. Okay, because maybe I got something going on why I keep on attracting these people in my life, these these people with trauma. Um, so yeah, I think everyone should do therapy, including myself. There is absolutely nothing wrong with therapy. Your mental health is super important. I think that in order for you to be your best self, you have to be your best self by showing up mentally, not only physically. Another thing that people don't really talk about in the Black community and in our community is going to the doctor, right? So there are a lot of men, Black men, dying from heart condition, right? So if you ever notice, sorry, my nose is running. If you ever notice like a man that has a huge stomach, big stomachs are associated with heart disease. Okay. I don't know if a lot of you know that. Also, in women, heart attacks, it starts with you having pain in your shoulder. Like all these things can be prevented. Like one time I had like my heart, like I felt like I couldn't breathe and my heart was like hurting. It felt very, very tight. I'm quick to go to somebody's doctor. I am quick to go to the doctor by any means. Okay. I'm going to go to the doctor and I'm going to get checked. I don't care what it is. Right. Um, and uh it was stress. Okay, it was stress that was causing these issues, with my heart and all these things. There was a lot of stress, and I think it's super important for men, especially you men, because men do not like going to the doctor. Especially Black men don't like going to the doctor. It's super important for you to go for your annual physicals and your checkups and checking your, you're doing your teeth, your eyes, your mouth, your physical body. You need to do these things because prevention is better than cure. All right. So if you are a man and you're listening to me right now, I know I talked a lot of nonsense throughout this whole thing. We had a lot of good times, but if you take anything away from this live, go make an appointment to the doctor. Get yourself checked out because you never know what might be going on and you could prevent it from being a worse situation. Maybe you might not have anything going on, okay? But go get checked out. There's nothing wrong with seeing the doctor, especially in your 40s. Get that colon checked. You guys be very scared of getting that finger up there, but guess what? You need to get your colon checked. Okay, get that colon checked, get your heart checked. You need to take care of those things. Take care of those things immediately because tomorrow is promised to no one. And especially if you have children, your children need you. Okay. I have friends that had lost their parents, their dad at a very young age, and I see how it affected them as an adult. So go get checked out. Okay. Okay. Anyway, guys, I got to go because I've been on here for an hour and 16 minutes. So thank you guys for always tuning in to my videos. I appreciate y'all because y'all are just the bomb.com. Okay. I'm trying to look for my outro, so excuse me to make this go smoothly. All right. Anyway, guys, and as usual, peace and love.